distinguished guests with us, and I would like to call upon them on the stage. Uh, One of them is Dr. Vincent Pleckinger from Austria, and I would call upon Mr. Colin D'Souza to hand over the bouquet to him, please. Can we have a big round of applause, please?
Yes, sir.
Son having paralytic attack. I'll tell you my experiences afterwards. Thank you.
Okay.
Now, to proceed the program further, we would like to show you some slides. Thank you. Thank you very much for that short film. I would like to call upon Mr. Dr. Vincent once again on the stage, and I would like Dr. Vincent to share his long-standing experience with VEEMA and how he has used the VEEMA products and how the VEEMA products have benefited him.
Thank you very much. And these beginning surprised me. And first I will want to say thank you for Vikram. I had 2 wonderful weeks here. And I came here to tell about my experience I had with VEEMA. I met VEEMA 4 years ago. And because of VEEMA came to Europe first to Austria. But I'm from Germany, live close to the border to Austria. So a friend invited me to something special. It was a surprise. And on that evening was a speech from Harry Meyer, which is the best cyclist what Austria ever had. He was the 5th in the championship, and he was 3 times in the Tour de France, which is a cycle race about 3 weeks, the hardest cycle race what we have. And it was Harry Meyer who was in the US on a meeting, and there he checked VEEMA and he brought it to Austria. And so Austria were the first country where VEEMA was legal, because you have to make it legal to deal with them. And also in Austria they checked it by the National Anti-Doping Agency to make it sure for the sport. So, what was my experience? I will tell it a little bit later, if I can, because I want to start with a very, very important and unique science, what is behind VEEMA. As I know, VEEMA is the only product in this field which has a test like medicaments get tested. And they did it, they brought it in 2 international newspapers. What's coming out? You see, the tests they do with medicaments, and what VEEMA did, it's a double-blind, randomized study. What is double-blind? I just explain it short. Double-blind means there are a group of people, and everyone gets a number. And these people, some numbers get the real product, and the other people get the not real product, which is then called placebo. And double-blind means no one, even the people and the persons who handle it over, don't know if they deal with the right one or with the placebo. And that makes it sure you get a really result you can trust it. And I will make it short. The result was that VEEMA shows it reduces inflammation. No other product has this property ever shown in a trial like this. And this is very, very, makes me as a doctor very sure and proud to give it to the people. What means inflammation? About 5 years ago, in the Times magazine, there was the whole magazine about, the title was the fire within. And that was about inflammation. the first time I saw this in a newspaper, that inflammation will be always the reason if sickness starts. So if you have something to do against inflammation, it would be good in any kind. When I started with VEEMA, I had already experience. I started with experience with the supplements 10 years ago because I had some problems, health problems. I couldn't get in a better shape with allopathic medicine. And so I had experience, and from this experience I also made an own product. And when I met VEEMA, I saw there is something in this product I know already, but even much, much more. And so I started to try it. And what did I feel? I feel the first nothing special. But after the second month, the third month, my ankles get softer. And I was, when I did sport, I was more relaxed. My muscles were more relaxed. And then I got a good sleep. And my blood tests were better than before. I couldn't explain it why. But the most exciting experience happened in 3 years ago now, after 1 year. Because I have to tell you first, I'm 68 years now. And I never had a child. And now I have a 3-year-old daughter.
Lovely, sir.
So that touches me much more and showed me I'm on the right way. So what can I tell more about VEEMA? I checked also the other things which are important and what is used in these marketing to show why it is a good product. And one thing is, since a few years, the companies deal with called ORAC. ORAC is gives a note how it works as an antioxidant. But this ORAC is for me, as thinking scientist also, just nothing, no real thing, because it is a labor test in the lab, and it tests how more or how less this product is compared with vitamin E. But that would mean nothing if you don't have the bioavailability tested. Only then it is important. And even though VEEMA has from all tested products we find on the market the highest level. So then it's important to show the bioavailability, and VEEMA did it also. And then there is a product in there. I read yesterday in the Times of India, Mumbai here, and it's the green tea. And the green tea, maybe you know, since years we read in newspapers why green tea is so good, or that green tea is good, not why. And green tea, they tell us, not this time, but you could find it other times, they tell us the ingredients in green tea. I got the name, they call it EGCG. what is behind that. E means epicatechin, C means catechin, and G is for an acid called gallogalate. What is it? So, and with this stuff I deal already since the year 2000. And I came to this stuff in a lady called me and said, okay, here I got some from an American company, and that should be very, very good to protect the tissue against free radicals. And you should know the tissue is about 35% of the body proteins we have, because the tissue is that's what every binds together, and the tissue is that was makes the vessels stable, and the tissue is what makes the joints it's important, and even it's in column. So it is very important to have these protected. And these catechins called also proanthocyanidin. And if you look by VEEMA, which compared with other products, which has the highest amount of proanthocyanidin, that is VEEMA. So that time I had a problem with my joints here in the fingers. They got thicker. And my mother had also this problem, and my aunt had also this problem. So when I got this product, I asked the company to give me some science, what is behind this. And they sent me a book, and then I could read, this is known about 50 years, the property of the proanthocyanidins. Because maybe you've heard of the French paradox. The French paradox means that the people who live in the red wine area in France are healthier than the other people. They have about 30 to 35% less healthcare problems. The same amount about cancer and so on. And a French professor called Mascayer found out 1900, about between 1947 and 1950, what's behind this. And he was the first scientist who could explain what it is, and these are the catechins. And the catechins, if you see, they are twins, but not really twins. They have, if you hold your hand in the mirror, it's the same hand, but you have a different side. So, and these catechins, the one called catechins, the other epicatechins, and they have to bound together. And then they become strong. So, in the last years, maybe you heard also that chocolate should be very healthy, the dark chocolate. That comes because there was an Indian tribe, an American Indian tribe, not from India, who lived on an island in the coast, near the coast from Peru. And those people who gonna go to live in Peru did more health problems than the other one who lived on the island. They found on the island they drink a lot of cacao, and cacao is the main ingredient in chocolate. And then they did a research, and they found again in the cacao, these are the catechins who made this. So when I saw this, the product I made then was this one was Professor Mascarier found out, because why just in the red wine and not in the white wine? White wine is made from the juice of the grapes, and the red grapes have also white juice, so that's a white wine. And the red wine is made from the whole raisin with the seeds in there and with the skin. And these catechins are in the sin, in the outer level, in the skin, and in the seed. And so you can make a seed powder in a high quality and get a wonderful product. And so I found in VEEMA is much more than only these grapeseed extract I had before. It is a green tea. There's aloe vera. Everyone knows what aloe vera is. And there are some called mangosteen. I never heard about this. So I went in I looked in the internet, PubMed and Medline and so on, and I found numbers about 14,000 research about these fruits. And I didn't read it. So it's written that these mangosteen, the property of mangosteen are the xanthones. What are xanthones? Xanthones are antioxidants, and they have found till now about 43 of these xanthones, and they are different just in the last molecule. They are different. And why should it be important to have all 43? Isn't one enough? You see, our body has different free radicals, different sorts of free radicals. So it is good not to use one antioxidant. It's like many flowers. It's more beauty than just one flower, the most time. So put it in this way: you have a free radical. It's not so important the height. It's important how many you have in there. Then there I saw VEEMA had also these special minerals, these special tiny, in very tiny little compounds. And the American company from where I get these grapeseed extract had also these products. And so I was familiar also through this minerals. And these minerals are, in earlier times, have been in our soil too. But now, because all these industrialization, the most time it's gone. Though they put it also in VEEMA. And of course, what it should be, the whole sample of vitamins and not the trace minerals, the other minerals too. And what else can you put together in one product? Have all in one. And that was the reason I changed to VEEMA. And yes, the next step I don't want to make it too long, got a surprise was 1 year ago. And there was an article for this one I'm going to tell you in the Times of India again, about 10 days before. And it was written, the Indian have a lot of sun, but lack of the sun vitamin D. Why? Because it's saying to us, since 1,000 years, I can say, everybody knows if you go in the sun, you got enough vitamin D. Because the sun, if they touch your skin, the body makes its own vitamin D. And how can it be that even in India, in this country, wonderful country with sun, we are lack of, could be vitamin D deficient? It depends. 3 reasons. The first one, here in Mumbai, the dust screens the beams away. That's the one reason. The other reason is, as more melanin you have in your skin, as more from the sunbeams, from the UVB rays, beams will screen away also. And the other one, we work and live in our house. We aren't in the sun anymore so much. So, what comes out of this if we are lack of vitamin D? We know, since about researchers know about 10 years that vitamin D is not a vitamin D alone. Vitamin D becomes a hormone. The normal process is the liver makes vitamin D2, send it in the skin, and if the UVB rays touched it, then it turns in D3, vitamin D3. This goes to the liver and to the kidney, and then it is turned in a hormone. And this hormone, this so-called activated vitamin D, is for the whole body, for every system, extremely important. Because every cell, the nucleus in every cell has a receptor for this activated vitamin D. And from this receptor, he has influence to more than 1,000 DNA. So it's very, very important for our immune system, and it's very important for our bone system, and it's for the sport, of course. It's very important to have relaxed muscles and very good connections from the muscles to the nerves. And researchers found out if you have enough vitamin D, then that could prevent us 50% to get breast cancer, to get prostate cancer, to get intestine cancer. It's phenomenal. Some other cancers too, even because every cancer of that a cancer occur, if enough vitamin D is there, it could in a certain amount prevent it. How does it come? I make it short. You know, cancer occurs if young cells, every cell dies, and then the DNA makes new cells. And if these new cells couldn't get adult, they still live young. And if some more coming up and they clinch together, and then cancer occurs. And vitamin D has a property to make them adult. And astonishing is that the new anti-cancer medicaments do just the same. So, these persons who created VEEMA, these two of them are very, very well-known doctors. They are bestseller books in the New York Times. And the other one is originated from Chinese. He has two doctors, Chinese and the American PhD. And he was the two doctors from the New York Times, they made the formulation. And the doctor who made all the research done on mangosteen. So it's produced on a very, very, very high level. And my experience was last about, our winter time is from September to March. And in this time, our vitamin D level goes down. And the last year, it was for me, I got again pain in my some ankles, in the thumb and so, and I was anxious if I lift my little daughter, I couldn't hold her. And in the same month, I got a book called Vitamin D Cure from a doctor. He's a clinic in the US, and he explained everything what I just told you. I didn't know before. So these person who created VEEMA and put all this stuff together, that convinced me so much. I'm slim now. I wanted to become since 20 years. Also because of vitamin D. Not alone, because vitamin D needs all the ingredients, all the vitamins, all the minerals to do the work proper. And that's all compound in VEEMA. That is fantastic. And then you have to take care in your nutrition, in what you eat every day. You shouldn't aware to become your body should become too sour. You have to reach in a good acid-base balance, and then you can lose weight very easily. And in Germany is now first US, then Denmark, then Germany, the most growing people in the world. So it's a huge market. So I will finish now to give you an overview why I'm so happy to got this product, what it does for me, that it could do for you. Thank you very much. If you have questions, we can talk later about this.
I thank Dr. Vincent for sharing his experiences with us. I now call upon Mr. Dr. Sharma on the stage to share his experiences.
Now I am 71 years old and practicing since last 50 years. All these 50 years I was interested in one subject. There is a group of medicines. I am a herbal doctor. Group of medicines which are called as Rasayana medicine. So I was very much always, all these 50 years I was thinking about these Rasayana medicines. What are Rasayana? There is an explanation in Sanskrit which I will quote to you. Rasayanam tadneyam yad Jara Vyadhi Nashanam. The medicine, Rasayana medicine, which cures diseases and postpones old age, gives man more than 100 years of disease-free life. That is called as Rasayana. And I was always interested and always thinking about these medicines. And I used to, when I got my paralysis, I want to tell you at this occasion, 11 years back. My total speech was gone. I could not, right side was affected, weak. It was weak. I could not make movements. From the hospital itself, I went on taking one common medicine which all of you know, that is amla. Amla I went on taking for 11 years. This is 11th year of my paralytic attack, and I am still taking that amla, and I am telling everybody to take that amla. But 2 years back, when I came to know about VEEMA, I was more convinced of rasayanas. Our German doctor just now told that there are some elements in our blood called free radicals which enter into our body by air, by food, that is pollution, food and water, and they do some harm to our body cells, and body gets when cells become less in number, then we become old. That is the process. But about when man goes on taking rasayanas, thing is, my own case, my speech improved. But I was not convinced sometimes because there is no explanation, scientific explanation to our old herbs. That was one lacking. Here, when I came to know about VEEMA, I was so glad that immediately, same day when I received that bottle in my hand, I felt like taking that medicine myself. I went on taking. So my blood pressure, which was stubborn blood pressure, which was not at all coming down till a certain point, it was remaining almost a little bit high, higher than normal, for 8 years. And when I started taking VEEMA with garlic, blood pressure came down after 8 years. So thing is, and when I took the first dose of VEEMA, I could work for, believe me, I could work for about 11 hours non-stop. That energy was there. Energy level increased immediately, same day. So when I went on telling people also that if you want to increase your stamina and energy level in day-to-day life and remain disease-free, and if you want to achieve long life, then this is the medicine which I have tried on myself, and you also can try. I went on advising, and some people, there are even elderly persons who are almost crossed 80, they are coming to me regularly since last 2 years, and they are consuming. Their lifespan is slowly it is increasing. I am observing now. So this thing is first one, that is rasayana, rasayanam tadneyam yajjara vyadhinashanam, which cures diseases and prolongs disease-free life. Who never wants, who does not wish to live for long years, prolonged years, disease-free, he will enjoy life. An old man is an unwanted person when he gets diseases. When he is free from any disease, any complaint, and physically, mentally, stuff and still can look after his own health, even he becomes about 90-95 years, then nobody wants death. So thing is, this medicine is, according to my practical experience, I am telling, this is one of the best medicines I have seen in my 50 years of practical life as a doctor. Second experience I want to tell you, most important, 3 months back, one person, one patient of mine, who is 80 years old, he came to me and he asked one question that there is a case. His platelet count is not coming up. Blood platelet count. It is very, very less. He has taken treatment, he is still under treatment, but there is no satisfactory improvement. Where is he taking? He is taking in one medical university in Karnataka, and they have the oncology department of that university is treating. Oncology is cancer related cases. So he was under treatment as a blood cancer patient. Then they brought all the documents. After a few hours, he brought the patient also to me. Patient was 43 years old. His blood platelet count after 1.5 years treatment was 50,000. Normal platelet count is more than 150. It was never increasing. Even after blood transfusion, it used to increase temporarily. Again, same thing. He was weak, he could not work, he was having less hemoglobin also, 6%. So, he was suffering. He had spent almost 14 lakh rupees. Then I told him only one thing, you will have to spend something more because medicine is costly. I remembered VEEMA, medicine is costly. You will have to take one bottle every week. That is 2,100 every week. Yes, he said, I have spent so much and why I will take a chance. And he started the medicine same day. I want to tell you, after 2 weeks, a phone call came from him that doctor, I am attending my work and my blood picture has improved considerably. My platelet count has gone up to 100. I wanted to bring him today here before you, but he had some other work, he could not. Thing is, he became so efficient, physically fit, mentally, he became so efficient. He is attending all his business now. He met me 15 days back and he is continuing VEEMA. He has taken so far 10 bottles. So within 10 bottles, and doctors in that university, I don't want to criticize anybody, they were telling that platelet count will not improve till the tablets are continued. Our tablets are there, platelet count will not come up. It is the side effect of those tablets. I had told him that not to stop those medicines. Along with those medicines, you continue our medicine, this VEEMA. And he did like that. There is very, very good improvement. About 80-90% improvement is there within 3 months. So thing is, I treated so many cases of this sort in this polluted area like Bombay. There is allergic condition called allergic rhinitis, allergic cough, lot of sneezing, frequent cold, cough, breathlessness, asthma like attacks. Such cases I have tried with utmost improvement within a short period, and from children to elderly persons of 60 years age, I have tried that. And I have found this most useful. So first thing is it keeps one healthy and physically, mentally fit. It will increase the fitness of who is taking this VEEMA. Then it will keep you away from any disease. That is important. You will not go to doctor at all, I am sure, because since last 2 years I have not met my physician. After this attack, I was going every week, every month. I have never gone for 2 years now. Thing is, it is a wonderful combination of herbal medicines. Combination of herbal medicines, you will notice the effect, good effect within 1 day, and it gives you such a strength in your body that no disease by pollution, air, water and food. And though we take food, our food is not that much, it compensates. It gives additional factors which will improve our total health, we can say, total health. So that way, within last 2 years, I have made very, very wonderful progress in my practice. And still I want to practice for another 10 years or so. Till I cross 80, I want to practice. That confidence has come in my mind now. So a person who was himself a patient, who could not walk, talk or make any movements, now he is telling that I will work for another 10 years. So it is an important medicine found by some American scientists. They have done a very, very good job. So this is my experience. I am very, very thankful for you, for your patient hearing and giving me this chance of saying few words to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sharma, for sharing your experiences with us. Now, I would like to call upon Mr. Jagannath Sedonkar. Mr. Jagannath is a very dear friend of mine and a very good human being. And he's doing a wonderful job in promoting VEEMA. So, I would like to call upon Mr. Jagannath to share a few words with us. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. After listening to two distinguished guests, all of us are very much sure that in next 10 to 15 years, in India and most of the countries, VEEMA is going to be the nutritional product. And I need not explain you much about the usefulness of the product because all our distinguished guests have said so. Before we conclude, let me sort of say thanks to all the officials who supported us, especially from Sports Authority of India, and obviously all our co-leaders who have been with us for last 3-4 days patiently to make it a grand success. And secondly, to conclude this function, I would like to conclude with one Hindi muhavra. It goes like this. हिंदी में बात करूंगा. सब पंखों से नहीं, हौसलों से उड़ान होती है. Thank you very much. And
Mr. Vincent will be opening the bottle.
Because the products in there, you can count, it's a lot. And you always have to turn the bottle when you take it out of the fridge to get the right the right mixture. And even if you use the small one, always shake it. And if there's still a rest in the small one, put some water in, get everything out of it. That's very important. So, yet I open it.
Can we have a huge round of applause, please?
Pandit, demo. You go and demo.
Yeah, you can try it maybe. Yeah. How is it tasting? Can you tell us the dosage, please?
This is the dosage for 1 day.
If you do, this is the dosage for 1 day. If you do sport a lot, you can do also twice. And if you get something, I'm not feel well, you can also take it twice.
Thank you very much, Dr. Vincent.
60 milliliter. I never looked at this. Oh, yeah, it's important. Before meal or after meal. It depends on you. It's always good with a meal because the digestion starts then, and you can take it. You can use it also the other way. Put it together with water and drink it after meal. In an hour, always a sip. Cold water, for example. So you find out, but compared together with a meal is always good.
Any questions, please? I would now like to call upon Mr. Samir Podar on the stage, please.
Yeah.
Pandit, come up on the stage.
Yeah, okay. Few words.
Thank you very much.
Mike.
Have you ever seen a 60-year-old man with a VEEMA in the hand jumping down from here? You will see it now.
Now I would like to conclude this meeting by saying thanks to everybody. Thank you very much for your precious time. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Have a great day.
सब छोटा क्या निकल रहा है इधर मोटा मोटा है देखा सब इथे या तुम्ही एकदम जबरदस्त फोटो निकालना है सब वीडियो शूटिंग ओके शूट फोटो सबसे प्यारा मेरा ही आना चाहिए ब्लैक डायमंड के ऊपर बाबा काट रहे फोटो आए ना कैमरा काटना 2-4 काट जरा फर्स्ट टीम ऑफ मुंबई एंड गोवा डोंट फॉरगेट गोवा
Hello. I was diagnosed with cirrhosis